All right, we are
Switching it up without switching it up too much.
Oh my goodness, it's toasty.
Yep.
All right,
You'll hear us say that a lot. We're not acclimated to this weather yet.
We're not. All right, I'm worried about that fan being too loud. That's better. Okay. All right, we are going to attempt to use our KraemerLife camera again with the microphone on the camera. No lapel microphones.
Everyone said they heard us just fine yesterday.
Good. Let's hope that's true today.
They said had you not mentioned it, they would have never noticed.
Great.
Guess what today is, everyone?
Oh yeah, guess what today is?
Put your guesses, put your guesses.
And what is it?
Today is Kinsley's 9th birthday.
Wow, she is 9 years old. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Like how, I don't even know how that even happened.
How it's already been 9 years.
Yeah, how it's been 9 years. That means that we got her just after we got together. Wait, married.
No.
Married.
We've been married for over 10 years.
Yeah,
babe.
yeah.
Almost 11.
I was trying to remember. Are we together 10 years or married 10 years? So we were together 10 years and like 3 days because we pretty much got married right away.
Yeah, we did. When you know, you know.
Yeah. So it's like 3:30. It's toasty. Mm-hmm. We have a fan behind us blowing on us, so that way we can stay cool.
Ish.
It's a little toasty in here. I turned off the fan so we wouldn't hear the fan noises, and now I'm regretting turning off the fan.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just turn it back on, and it's just what it is.
You worry way too much. It'll all be fine.
I want all of them to have a pleasant viewing experience.
Then settle down.
Nope. Nope. All right. So change of plans. So we told you the last 2 days that we're going to be having. I'm getting help. I'm getting the help that I need with the house. Jim from Two Turtles Homestead is coming out. It was going to be Monday and Tuesday of next week. He called me last night and said, "Oh, Nate, I forgot that I have a dentist appointment on Monday. How about I come out on Friday instead?" So that's tomorrow. Is that right? That's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. So your today, my tomorrow.
Which gives you 3 less days, 2 less days of prep. 3 less days of prep.
Yeah, so I was going to prep over the weekend, but I was thinking about it last night after that phone call on how to still be ready, I guess is a good word, for his time tomorrow. And what I decided is that tomorrow I want us, Jim and I, to put in the floor joists that are going to be in the kitchen. And if that will then mean that I have half of the floor joists in, if we get those in. And then I'm going to need his help re-leveling the floor joists that I put in. Or if he says, based on his experience of the 25, 30 years, that the amount that I'm off on level is insignificant to the overall product, then I'll leave it as is. Because there are some areas where I'm off a 1/16 of an inch. I'm gonna leave those alone, that's not much. But there are some areas where I'm off 3/16 of an inch. That's almost a 1/4 of an inch. I think that might be too much. But I'm gonna let him opine, and we'll decide what to do with those. So hopefully by tomorrow, by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have half of the floor joist in, level, squared up, and ready to then do the second half when he comes back on Tuesday.
Nice.
So that gives me Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to prepare for the second half.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm feeling good.
What if he's so quick that he's like, all right, we're ready for the second half now?
Then he can start helping me prepare for the second half.
There you go.
Well, again, I believe that he is going to be fast enough to get a lot of stuff done. The limiting factor is going to be
You.
me. I'm probably going to slow him down.
That's okay.
That's okay. Like, I want to learn how to do it. I want to do it. I don't want to just hand it over to somebody.
Yeah.
I don't want to hand it over to somebody for a couple reasons. Number one, I'm very picky.
What?
What? I'm very picky. Very, very, very picky. And I know that if I just hired it out to somebody, I'm going to be very upset about anything that's not perfect. If I do it myself, I'll strive for perfection, but I want to say I'll be okay if it's not perfect.
I don't think you will be, though.
But I can't blame anybody but myself.
There you go.
So, like, I want to correct that 1/16 of an inch, but I know it's probably not necessary.
Oh my goodness.
Because, you know, when I think, okay, great, I'm just going to get into it here, because, like, that 1/16 of an inch is at that portion of the 2x8. The 2x8 is going to wave up and down more than a 1/16 of an inch throughout the length of it. And so it's really not going to matter. So anyway, I'm just telling you, this is how I am. Like, I stress out, I obsess over those little things like that.
You
And that's
do.
also what causes me to really slow down.
Yes.
So-
And this is why projects take so long.
Right.
Even
And
building chicken roosts.
the chicken coops?
Roosts. Like
Oh, the roosts? Yeah. Sorry. When we were building the chicken
He
roosts.
promised me he was not going to get the level out. The next time he comes back, he's got a level. And I'm like, it's a chicken perch. Like, come on. They sleep in the trees. They don't know that it's not level.
But the second and third one that we built,
You've gotten better. You've gotten
we
better.
just slapped it together. Yeah. So anyway, the limiting factor is going to be me, but that's okay. Don't want to hire it out. I don't want to spend all of that money, and I know that I'll be unhappy if they're not.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think we're getting a very good balance,
Yeah.
because I'm also hoping that with his experience of many years of doing this, knowing that a 3/16 is not going to matter, or whatever, like 1/16 is not going to matter, that in the end it's like he can just help me, like, Nate, don't worry about that, let's just move on. And you know, that may be the case.
I hope so.
So tomorrow's the big day.
Good luck, Jim.
Now his wife, Kathy, we got your advice.
Turtle one.
Turtle one. I don't even know really if they named Two Turtles Homestead after them, like if they're the two turtles. That's just kind of what I assume.
Don't know.
But I don't know. Anyway, Kathy warned us that Jim doesn't mind the heat and he's going to work fast and not take a break, and that if I want a break, I need to ask for a break and get plenty of rest. Well, I'm not going to get plenty of rest, but I am going to be prepared. I'm going to have a big jug of water available. I'm going to pre-make my lunch and all my snacks, just have them there so I can just eat and keep up. And I'm going to pretend like I have to go to the bathroom a lot so I go take a break. I'm not really. No, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be really good. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Yep. You always get nervous when we have anyone over.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's just an anxiety thing. So once they're here, you're fine. It's just the.
And that's true. Even if I go somewhere and do anything social, I get pretty worked up about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll be nice, man. It'll be so nice to be done with this floor. I'm so looking
For all of us involved.
Oh my gosh.
The viewers will also be very happy to have the floor done. It's been a long project. There's a lot to it. There was a lot of, as you're ripping it apart, there was a lot more mold, there was a lot more rot, there was a lot more things that just weren't quite the way they needed to be. So, I mean, I'm glad we tore it all out and redid it all.
Yeah.
And it's just more peace of mind. It's going to be sturdy, it's going to be stable, it's going to be clean. So it's okay that it's taken a while, but I think having some help getting the floors finished will really be the turning point for us to be able to then start putting the walls back up, getting the drywallers back out here and scheduled so that we can then get all of that work up.
Yep.
And then it's really going to be the finishing work and making
kitchen cabinets, flooring,
the
painting.
actual, the pretty, the stuff that makes it actually look worth all of the work that you actually will still see, because you're not going to see all of the stuff you've been laboring over for months, unfortunately. But I think we have some cool ideas of how the house is going to look, and it's going to look completely different than even I think what we originally envisioned it as. We've continued to make edits and updates and changes to the floor plan layout to make it just a little bit more, it flow a little bit better. It'll still remain a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're not going to get rid of the 3rd bedroom. We've gone back and forth, but we really don't need a huge, large living space. And we don't need a huge, big bedroom, so one of the bedrooms will be an office, one will be the master, one will be a spare, and then everything else will be central living space that's all combined. So your living room, dining room, kitchen will all be connected. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
To see what it's going to look like, and I think it's going to be light, bright, airy. I think it's going to feel really good. It's not going to smell anymore.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of not smelling, kind of. Today, so I did some work down today. I got the kitchen area ready for tomorrow's work, and that meant that the southeast corner, I had to put a new sill plate in. It was missing a chunk of the sill plate, and a chunk of the existing sill plate was there, and it was moldy, and I got rid of it and cleaned it, and that represented the last bit of mold on the flooring system of the house. So the what's going to be the crawl space or the basement, the foundation, all that stuff is now mold free.
Sweet.
It is gone.
That's awesome.
I was going to say it's completely, the house is mold free, but there's one space where the chimney met the roof line.
Yeah.
There's some mold up there that I didn't get before I ripped out the floor entirely, so there's little...
So you have to wait.
So I have to wait till I have the floor in order to get that out and kill it. So not quite mold free, but very darn close.
The biggest portion, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course this west wall has to
come out.
Yeah, all the little pieces that do have... Yeah, so not mold free, but the last bit of mold for the floor and the crawl space project done.
See.
Yeah. Yeah, so yay!
Awesome.
What are we going to do for Kinsley's birthday?
I don't know. Love her.
Yeah, she needs a birthday tea.
Yep.
I almost said the word.
We can't say the TREAT out loud, or she will be right here.
Yeah, she knows that one, but she doesn't know the abbreviation T. She hasn't figured that out yet.
So that's what we call it, and we confuse every cashier at every place when I'm like, yeah, she can have a T, just don't say it out loud until you're ready for it.
Yeah. In the previous years, we would give them, we'd go to the store and get some heavy whipping cream and make our own whipped cream, because we don't like the store-bought stuff because there's too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
We could do that again, but that was when she was expending a lot more energy.
Yeah.
So it just needs to be something diet-esque.
I have some applesauce. Maybe I'll make her a little cake.
There you go.
A little cake.
Yeah.
Little one.
Yeah. I can't believe she's 9. That's crazy.
Time flies.
Time does fly. That is true. No falcon attacks yesterday.
Nope.
No falcon attacks today.
Nope.
Those scarecrows, I think, are working pretty well.
I moved the scarecrows because you would put the scarecrow so close to where the littles perch, the juvenile ones, and I think they were scared of it, and so they went to the other side on where the netting was. So I moved it out just a bit, and I moved it over so it would be kind of in between both of the areas.
Yeah.
Last night when I came to check on them,
the one that you moved, we can move on a daily basis to
make.
Yeah, the one that's in the run though, we used for some of the fishing line, so we can't really move that one.
We could
Yeah, I guess we could twist and turn it.
He can do a little.
Yesterday last night when I was doing something over there, I turned around and the scarecrow, it made me jump. Like it scared me.
That happened to you last time we had a scarecrow up there.
I'm very jumpy. And the scarecrows get me. Yeah, they get me.
That's so funny. I'm out walking at night without flashlights half the time. The only time I have to have a flashlight is so I don't slip and fall in something, because we move the chicken tractor so frequently, and if there's any rain, then it gets really slippy. And I've bit it a couple times, and whoops, that's never pleasant when you just hit hard. I'm too old to be falling like that. I don't bounce back the way I used to.
No. You and me both.
I was gonna say the geese are good, the sheep are good. I saw the sheep eating at night. They're kind of lazy throughout the day. Don't blame them. It's been mid 90s, and it's only getting down into the 70s at night. I think last night actually cooled off a little bit better. I think it was like in the mid 60s. But
yeah, this morning it was 67 when I woke up.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Went down to the creek with the dogs, and it was so nice.
Yeah, so they were out eating and just having a great time last night when it had finally cooled off. I think it was about probably about 7:30 or 8, and it started the humidity finally went away, and it was pleasant out. So that's when I went out and did some extra chores and kind of cleaned up a few areas, trying to count all of the chickens and make sure they're all in the right areas.
Yeah.
And I did a check to make sure all the littles went back in, because we mentioned yesterday, we showed that we had moved them in the netting. They can just jump up through. They can't get through the lowest section, but they can get through the next section up. It's about the same size. There's a couple little here, but then they get bigger. They can jump up and through still very easily. Or if they're smart, they can crawl underneath. So we're gonna electrify it just so that they stop getting out, because once they're out, it'd be really hard to know exactly where they were at, and they could get picked off pretty easily.
Yep.
But so far, haven't had any go missing, so
yeah.
Still good.
Yep, and they're getting along.
Yeah.
There was no major squabble.
Now, there was one bird I thought I might have to move. She's a meat bird. She was the only one that hatched out of her group. I thought she was a Rhode Island Red. That was the only reason I kept her, and ended up being a meat bird Rhode Island Red mix before I had separated those hens from the rooster. And she's big, but I sold all of her Rhode Island Red buddies because I was going to keep her back for part of a breeding flock to breed meat birds out. But I think we're going to hold off on that project for a while, and maybe start doing meat birds again next year once things are a little bit more settled.
Yeah.
So we'll probably process the ones we have, and then and that should be enough for us for the rest of the year, because I have 6 in the brooder that just hatched, so that should be enough with the 4 we have, and so 7. Yeah, we don't eat a lot of chicken.
No, we don't. Partially because it's down in the freezer and we forget to take it out.
Well, anytime I ask you, it's your least chosen meat,
well,
so that's the main reason.
Yeah.
I like chicken. He doesn't like it as much. If I give him an option of pork, beef, and chicken, I would say 80% of the time he would choose anything other than chicken.
Yeah.
So if I don't ask him, that's what he gets. If I ask him, then we don't cook it. So, anything else?
No. We're gonna go do a garbage run.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna make up my food for tomorrow. Post a Kraemer Life video.
Sweet.
Edit this video. Try to get to bed early.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to stay up all night, because when you want to stay up, you fall asleep, and when you want to try to get to bed early, you stay up late.
Yeah.
Reverse logic on your brain.
Right. Yeah, so that's it.
All right, I work tomorrow, so
Yeah.
nothing
Okay.
too crazy.
Well, tomorrow you're gonna see a very exhausted Nate. I'll let you know how it goes. That's it.
Maybe show progress.
Maybe.
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 All right.
Yeah. So, okay. Goodbye. Thanks for
care.
watching. Whew.